We bring what we think is great news today for every taxpayer of Indiana. We believe we have a very workable solution to the problems of the Capital Improvements Board in Indianapolis and the essential convention business that Indianapolis does, which benefits every citizen of the state. We can solve this problem without many of the ideas which have troubled legislators and citizens, and we'll do it in the following way. I asked two independent teams to have a close look at the expenses and the operations of the CIB. Each team found there are dramatic savings available in those operations beyond what the CIB had already come up with. More than twice as much, $13 million on top of $10 million that had been identified before. We supplied you with information documenting this, but let me just say that the expenses at the CIB have been running 2 to 3 times those in comparable cities. Houston, Denver, Pittsburgh, Atlantic City, Columbus, to name a few. That gets us a long way closer to home. And then there are 3 new ideas that are part of this package. One is the city has agreed to place its moral obligation behind certain borrowing of the CIB, and just for triple security, the state would stand even behind that. That'll save $4 million in interest costs. Secondly, there's been a common agreement to merge and combine what have been redundant marketing operations. The CIB had marketing, the Convention and Visitors Association had marketing, even the airport had some marketing. There'll be a combined purchasing organization for these sorts of things, and we believe there are significant savings available there. Lastly, the CIB itself, we believe, needs to be dissolved and merged with the what we now know as the Building Authority of Marion County in a new Facilities Management Authority that would have the responsibility and therefore the power to combine the purchasing power of a host of facilities across Marion County. That new board, operating under the supervision of a new board of directors, we believe may achieve significant savings that aren't even counted here from the combined purchasing and the synergies of those entities. So here's a solution that involves $27 million of savings, $20 million of new revenue, the same that had been talked about before. No alcohol taxes, no food and beverage taxes, no taxpayers elsewhere paying anything additional, and obviously no gaming. I just want to end by saying how important it is to the whole state, to every citizen of Indiana, that we solve this problem. The convention business of Indianapolis is a massive profit center for the whole state, generating hundreds of millions of dollars in sales and income taxes. And we see that growing in the future to the benefit of every Hoosier. If we fail to solve this problem, there'll be less money for citizens in every Indiana community. And so I'm excited about the prospects of seeing us bring this to successful conclusion as part of the budget in the special session, and get back to the business of bringing visitors and their dollars into Indiana. I want to compliment the mayor and his people. We worked closely with them throughout this entire project, and they, I think, are prepared to grab the reins and to organize the new entity and lead it to a new era of economy and success in the Indianapolis convention business. Mayor?
Thank you, Governor. I appreciate that. The Governor was very gracious in what he did for us today. We were going to bring in people to look at the operations, and with his connections, he was able to bring in an organization called SMG early on, which really helped in this process. And I really need to thank him for his intense interest in this. And what we maintained all along is essentially what the Governor said, that the downtown of Indianapolis and the hospitality business in the region is a huge economic driver for the state. And we believe that, and we've always believed that. And I don't want to rehash everything that's gone on before, and I won't do that. I haven't done that in the past, and I'm not going to now. But the wheels are in motion now really to solve this really large and complex problem for Marion County, and this is good for the people who live in Marion County. It's also good for the people throughout the state. I said all along I do not want any broad-based tax increases as part of this solution, and I'm really proud that they are not part of that solution. We were able to work collaboratively for almost 2 weeks now to come up with this solution. And I think it benefits our community and really protects the 66,000 hospitality jobs in the heart of this region. I think that's very important. We're going to accomplish this by merging the Marion County Building Authority with the CIB and create the new Facilities Management Board, a new streamlined entity. And this is a significant process improvement going forward. It will help us to eliminate redundancies in services and create efficiencies and really produce some cost savings as we go forward. There will be 3 appointments from the mayor's office to include the chair, 2 appointments from the governor's office, 1 appointment from the council, 2 appointments from the commissioners, and the ICVA president will sit as a voting member. I maintain all along that this is about the preservation of the convention and hospitality industries in Indianapolis. That's what we set out to protect, and that's what we've done here today. The work I've done regionally with the other mayors, the surrounding municipalities, through the Central Indiana Purchasing Alliance, we are replicating that. That is an initiative to save money through purchasing with all the municipalities in the region, and we will have purchasing initiatives with the new Facilities Management Board also. I need to thank the governor, obviously, Bob Goad, who came in. Some of you may know him, Ann Lathrop, Bob Grand, for a lot of diligent work in identifying this problem and helping to find this solution. On behalf of the city of Indianapolis, I really need to thank those individuals who have done a lot of work. They're volunteers. CIB has done a wonderful job in getting us to this point of understanding the magnitude of the problem here in the past year, and I really do thank them for what they've done. So as the governor said, I think this is a great solution. This protects our convention and hospitality business here in central Indiana, and that was really the main point as we go forward. Take any questions right now.